In June of this year, just a few short weeks ago, I launched a brand new online business right here in Bangkok. And starting this business has definitely been quite a journey. Can I please get iced latte? Truth is, this has actually been quite a long time in the making. So around 3 years ago, when I was still in the UK, before I moved to Thailand, I used to watch Adam or Kiswan pretty much every day on YouTube. And I'd probably say he was a big inspiration for me starting a YouTube channel and even moving here to Thailand. And probably around 9 months ago, a year ago, something like that, I actually interviewed Adam on the channel. And as we sort of spent the day together and, you know, we were floating ideas around, there was a seedling of an idea that was planted that day. And then in the months that sort of followed that, you know, we kept talking, shared a few ideas, and then something sort of merged where, you know, I had an idea about what I wanted to do and Adam had an idea about the kind of thing he was thinking about doing. And then we sort of met in the middle and the Creator's Edge was born. So what is the Creator's Edge? So the Creator's Edge is essentially a learning hub for aspiring creators and digital nomads who want to basically create content, make money online, and travel the world. Now, how is this facilitated? We use a platform called Skool. Now, you might have seen stuff online, Skool is this, Skool is that. All Skool is a platform. It's just a SaaS tool, a piece of software. Now, what you do with that software is actually entirely up to you. Think of it like a WhatsApp group. You could have some good WhatsApp groups and some terrible WhatsApp groups. I've got some friends in WhatsApp groups and they share horrific things in there. And I've got other ones with my family where you'd never share those sorts of things in there. So Skool is just that. It's a software, it's a platform, it's something in which you can invite people to and put content on there and they can join. But really, and if I'm honest, I launched the Creator's Edge for myself, right? They say that one of the best things you should do when starting an online business is to scratch your own itch or solve your own problem. And I, a few years ago, came to Thailand and started my own YouTube channel, but it was lonely. There was no one to really learn from. There was no community of people all working alongside me doing the same thing. It can be hard and it can be lonely. It can take a long time to actually get good at making content. And then there's the business side of things, right? You actually have to turn making content into making money. And again, that is a skill in and within itself. And so that's why I started the Creator's Edge. I was scratching my own itch. It was what I wish existed a couple of years ago when I started making content and was earlier on in my own digital nomad journey. Let me break down our launch plan. Adam, myself, and a handful of other awesome creators all spent some time creating some content or courses to put inside of there. And we set everything up, right? We had our landing page, we had our courses, we had the community built out, we had all the back-end automations and tagging, all that done. So it was time for launch. So here's what we did. We did a video on Adam's channel, a video on my channel, and a video on the brand new Creator's Edge channel. And then we also did a live stream on Adam's YouTube channel. The thinking here was, you know, we were just going to do a launch. We were going to build up a little bit of hype and just say, hey, we've launched the Creator's Edge. If you want to become a creator or digital nomad and you want to travel the world, then join. You know, this is your place. We've made this place for you. And it went really, really well. We got a ton of learnings from the launch process that we did. We got some amazing community members inside the community, and yes, we made some money, and I'll share exactly how much we made in a moment. But for me, the big win really is the people who are inside. The nature and quality of the people that are inside that community are awesome. That's definitely the biggest win. Everyone in there's super engaging, super welcoming, super supporting, and everyone's sort of working on the same thing. And that, I think, is the main thing. Like, it's been awesome connecting with everybody inside of there. We get on regular calls, so yes, there's like a learning component to the calls, but it's just fun to hang out as well and connect and meet everybody. And I think because of how awesome the community members are in there right now, that's going to set the business up to succeed, but also it's just going to make sure that the current members in there and the future members have the best experience possible. Something I learned years ago from reading Jeff Bezos's Amazon letter to shareholders was that you always put the customer first, right? There's no difference between the customer and the business. If you put the business first, the customers will suffer. If the customers suffer, the business will suffer. But if you put the customers first, the business will succeed because the customers are succeeding. And I've always tried to carry that forward into any endeavor that I do. Now, before I break down the exact financial returns that we've got, as well as the plans for the next few months, I want to share some insights into why we chose this particular business to launch, as well as a little bit behind the scenes about how the business is actually structured. So we actually have two different products. We have the Creator's Edge, which is the low ticket recurring community experience. Then we have the Creator's Incubator, which is a medium to high ticket offer. Instead of being a monthly membership, this is a 12-month creator business accelerator where we work one-on-one with people to help them launch their content, their own online business, or turn their content into income so they can create the freedom that they want. So we have two different products. So why do I share this? This is something called a value ladder. Now, a value ladder basically means you have ascending levels of value that you give people, and in exchange for that, there's an ascending level of price that people will pay. So the people that pay the current monthly price for the Creator's Edge, there's always going to be a handful of people that want more one-to-one support, more one-to-one help, guidance, and feedback. And those people will happily invest in that higher ticket service because they're getting more value and they want more help. And ultimately, they want to get results faster. That's pretty much the same for any other type of coaching or courses businesses out there at the moment. Now, why do I share this? The reason I share this with you is because if you yourself want to launch an online business, something that's actually going to create some, abundance in your life, it's far easier to try to generate the lion's share of revenue from your business from a much higher ticket program than it is the lower recurring membership businesses. Obviously, no idea how this is going to play out, but I would envision 60 to 80% of the total revenue for the Creator's Edge is actually going to come from the incubator, the people that want more one-to-one help. Now, I just want to share that with you because that's going to play into the financial side of things when I share that in a moment, but also for you yourself thinking, if you're thinking, cool, I want to launch a Skool community, I want to launch a course or sell it for XYZ, it's really useful to just keep in mind that the lion's share of revenue is very likely going to come from a higher ticket program. If you're charging $20, $30 a month or $30 for a course or an ebook, it's going to be really hard to scale those numbers up to anything significant. If you are able to, you're going to need to have huge reach. You need to have a big audience and big distribution in order to do that. Okay, so we launched the business. How much did we make? Now, we made around $6,280 in the first month, which is really good. Now, we did incur around $500 a month in software fees and costs and things like that. So there were some costs associated to it, but overall, really happy with the first month in business. But we do have some really aggressive growth plans, and I want to share a little bit about exactly what they are and why we're approaching it the way we are, in case you yourself, you want to launch your own online business and make money online, you can use some of this yourself. Okay, so in terms of what we're doing next, one, we are doing Creator Weekly, bringing people into our email lists and delivering a shit ton of value via email. The second thing that we're going to be doing is turning to paid ads. Adam and myself, we're going to spend the next 2 months building some really, really cool paid ads. We're going to initially run them on Meta, so Facebook and IG at the beginning, and we're going to run them through a funnel. Now, we're still toying with the idea of what that funnel is going to look like. We're toying with a free Skool community that's very light, that brings people into the ecosystem. We're toying with maybe a low ticket Skool community that tries to maybe offset and liquidate some ad spend that allows us to scale. But really, we're toying with this idea right now, but we're going to spend the next 8 weeks just building some killer ads and creatives, and I'll make sure I share them with you every step of the way and why we're doing it, just so you can see how that's going. Now, the third thing that we're going to do is try and build up to a big launch at the end of the year. So what do I mean by this? Well, we obviously want to keep growing month on month, and when we launch our ads, we also just want to build our list, build our audience, build the size of our community, so that when we do a big launch, hopefully throughout December up into January, we can kick off 2026 strong. Now, this is a bit of a different video. This certainly isn't a bragging video by any means, but I just wanted to do like a transparent behind the scenes breakdown of, hey, I launched this business for me. This was a real big deal for me because, I got to launch it with Adam, and Adam's been a huge inspiration for me, but also it's something I'm really passionate about and I'm really enjoying. And also, I thought that this could be fun, that I could share everything that happens along the way. You know, I could share what's working, what's failing, what we're trying to do, and just give you updates along the way, so that if you yourself, you want to become a creator or launch a creator business or launch an online community or just make money online so you can do what the fuck you want and go where you want to go, then this might be something that's valuable to you. Anyway, look, appreciate you watching. If you like this kind of thing, like, please let me know. Got my studio. I never wanted to be someone that just sits in the studio, chats, you know what I mean? But I thought this could be a fun series, and if it is the kind of thing you dig, please let me know. Please give me some feedback so that I know if this is something you want to see more of, and if it is something you want to see more of, I will do more of it. Well, there we go.